Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. It's great to see you all again this afternoon. What a day, ups and downs, and Rocket Lab is the topic of conversation this afternoon. As you can see, it's been moving quite dramatically today. So let's get ready for another great day here on the market, where we've got the overall portfolio is down slightly, but we're seeing a real rally here in space. Let's go and see how it compares to Virgin Galactic. Let's have a look. SPCE, on the other hand, has done the very, very opposite. And in fact, money's been taken out of Virgin Galactic, flowing into SPCE by all accounts. We are now at another all-time low, 575, just about, for Virgin Galactic. I'm just looking at that. So it's not all space is doing great. Virgin Galactic is about another all-time low. It's trending down and down. So it's not picking up this space investment trend, if you like, Rocket Lab at the moment. So let's have a look at that. The overall portfolio is down today. We are red. We tried to bounce back up again. We are going to be now going sideways, and we are going to be volatile before the election. But I am still very, very, very bullish. Martini Racer, MU earnings at 4:05. Unfortunately, we're not covering the earnings tonight. It's a request for members now. If they request and do a $5 super chat, we can, but it's too late to request one today. We do four earnings a day, 2 in the morning and 2 in the evening, if our members request it. But it's a bit too late now to request one for today. Let's have a look. Stephen, good afternoon to you. Beautiful day, a lovely day outside in the sunshine, but markets are a bit down. I've got some. Hopefully, I'm going to be able to grab hold of a Tom Lee video in a minute. We'll have a little look.
And as growth still, probably still chugs along pretty nicely.
Keep my eye on this.
With an outcast saying 3%.
Keep my eye on that. But yeah, we are. Oh, you're still holding your Nvidia puts. Okay. Good luck with that one. Be very careful, mate. I wouldn't be doing that. I think Nvidia is about to break up again. Upwards, 123, had a great run this morning. I still see the 130, 140. It makes sense to me. 210 within 12 months. Very, very confident of that. Not worried at all. I think the markets are extremely bullish. I'm not selling anything. I'm not fearful of anything. I'm not buying anymore until we get a 10, 15% drawback. But otherwise, I'm just business as usual. As you saw yesterday, we were all-time high once again. We're just off the all-time high. We touched 120,000, hardly down at all, 119,342. Hardly made any difference whatsoever. But anyway, welcome everybody. If you've just tuned in, please tap the like button and consider subscribing. Slightly later advertised show today. But I wanted just to prepare some Rocket Lab information, which I've got, and I'll share with you in a minute. So we're going to cover Rocket Lab in a minute. We did it this morning, analysis. But let me share with you what you may have missed. What you could have won. Remember Bullseye? What you could have won. There's been some videos go out this morning, and I want to share them with you that you may have missed. So first of all, there was a war. Prepare for the war. Looks like we are stepping towards a war. I've said, and I stand by what I said, I don't believe there will be a major crash. I don't believe there will be a World War III. I don't believe in any of that whatsoever. Makes no sense. However, you should just be aware of it, because it will affect supply shortage. We'll have supply issues, and there will be volatility when it breaks. If it does break, if Israel go into Lebanon, you'll see the stock market move, and that could be our 10, 15% play down, which we're looking for. So look for those macro conditions. The businesses are solid. Nvidia is solid. All the companies that we own are solid. The S&P is solid. The economy is solid. But we could get a knee-jerk reaction where everyone dumps the stock. No point doing that, of course. Where you gonna go? If that happens. But expect a drawdown, and that's when I'll be buying more with my margin. So I'm not at all concerned. I'm certainly not I'm certainly not hoping it's going to happen, but you need to be prepared. So if you've not yet seen this video here on the homepage, go and check that out. It's one I've just released. I'll give you the link for it now. Share, copy. Let me just give you the link. This is my war latest video. In fact, my latest video. It's my only war video I've ever done. But anyway, I thought today was different because of what's happened with Hezbollah. The whole level has been raised to a position we've never had in history before. If you follow the news, if you follow this video, you'll know what I'm talking about. Now, Donald Trump, I talked about this stock as well. Would you? I use the analogy, would you sell someone a broken car knowing that they put all their hard-earned money into it and it was about to break? That was the analogy I used, and I used that as an example in this video. So go and check that one out, would you? Because I don't believe that this stock has any value at all. And I've explained why. It's just merely a holding company, holding cash, trying to take on YouTube and Google. It's got no chance at all. Rumble can't do it, and it's got a lot more money. So there's no possible chance of this doing what it says it does. So I'm just warning people, be careful, because there's no value there. So anyway, would you buy rubbish just to pass it on to someone else? You might say, well, yeah, I don't care. That's fine, but I don't like doing that. I don't invest that way. I always invest great things that I can pass on to somebody else. Anyway, that's my thoughts on that. I also had another video as well. We did a deep dive analysis on Rocket Lab, what we're talking about today. So if you've just tuned in for Rocket Lab, we are going to cover some more news in a few moments. But here is the analysis I did this morning. In-depth analysis, the debt position, financial position, and all the rest of it. That's there if you want to go and see that. That's on the homepage of the channel under the video tab. You can see it there. Also, one of my most popular ever videos, 8.5 times my normal growth. This is NVIDIA Blackwell. We've got no delays. Things are looking good, and all the rest of it. So go and check all those out. All right. That being said, let's come back to the main channel, and Rocket Lab is going up again. Let's have a look. Not requesting it, but maybe take a quick look at 5+4, as it will affect NVIDIA as they are a supplier. 5+4, is that 5+4 Central Time? I'll be finished at 3 o'clock Central Time. But thank you very much, Martini. I'll take a look. Off air, but I won't be here for that. But yeah, I will take a look when I'm off air. Thanks for that. I'm usually a bit busy on Sundays, but I will try. I'm just tuning in here. Real Mexican Joker. Oh, there. I don't know why I read that out. Sorry. I had a comment there from one of my members, and I just read it out from Discord, but never mind. Right, we have a new member. It's STT. STT, a brand new member, just joined a few moments ago. Are you here? Are you here? Join us on the main channel right now. I'll give you the link in the chat. I think you are with me on the extra channel. STT, pop into the main channel. I'll give you the link right now. Here we go. There's the main show. Jump on into the main show, and I want to welcome you in and give you all your perks. We've got a new member today. Just joined us. Very nice indeed. Right, let me bring that back up to there. STT, yes, there you are. Welcome to you. So we've got a new member. STT has just joined the family. Where are you from? What country are you from? Let us know where you're from, because we might be able to fly your flag. We've got members in 65 countries now, and we go out in 14 languages. So let's see where you're from. Everyone get to know. We're very quiet today. We're normally at like 150 people right now, so we're quiet at the moment. But would everybody please welcome in SST? Lovely to have you here. Now, as a member, you get many perks. There are members videos. Oh, Canada, lovely. We got some Canadians here as well, and we fly the Canadian flag. You'll see it scroll across if we play it all the way through. But you get many perks and benefits, including members-only live streams, members-only videos, videos that go to the members first, so members get the first information on a breaking news story, or a stock, or a scalp trade. You can ask for a poll. You can poll the audience. You can ask me to do a review, and you can do a $1 tip, and I will do a review for you. I will answer all your questions here. If it gets busy, I will filter by members, so you'll get your questions answered. If you comment to any of my videos, I will reply to all my members. I do reply to everyone personally by hand. I don't use AI or get someone to do it. I do all of it. So I filter my comments by members, so I'll answer questions for you. If you do reply to my reply, I won't see that. It's best to start a fresh comment. That's just the way YouTube works. I don't see the replies to the replies to be able to filter it out, just so you know. If you don't get a reply, that's why. Okay, there are many other perks as well. I'll give you some of your perks now. You get discount to Alpha Spread. You get a free plan or a discount. So good, it makes my membership for free. That's the software that I use. I'll give you the link in the chat. Here's Seeking Alpha as well. This is not a membership thing, but this gives everybody a free trial and $25 off. A very good deal. Here is my Instagram. Here is my X account. If you want to follow me on X, I post my trades and my information before I do anything. It's my way of communicating with you. There's the X. There's the all links if you sign up for the newsletter. Very, very rarely send newsletters. It's a backup for the show primarily, but it's also so I can send you a birthday card and a Christmas card, something quite nice. And it's a secure server, HTTPS, and your email is safe. I would not sell it to anyone. I wouldn't even know how to quite frankly. But if you sign up for the newsletter, you will get birthday cards and Christmas cards. All right, there's that. There's the extra channel. We're taking a break. You just joined as we are about to take a break. I've been going for 2 years without a break, taking October off. However, you can still access the extra channel. Here is the extra channel, which you joined earlier for 99 cents. So while I'm away, the extra channel will be running. You've just been in there, so I don't need to show you. And you'll be able to communicate with the family members. They will support you and help you, and I'll be able to pop in with any news. But I'm going to be just off and on streaming on my phone. I'm not going to do anything in the studio at all. Okay, the studio is shut down. There's Discord. If you sign up for Discord now, you won't see anything. It's for Discord subscribers and YouTube members, which you are now a YouTube member. So if you click on that, it does take 10 minutes to go through security. We have the highest level of security, verify your email and cell phone, all that kind of security checks. Once you've done all of that, come back to me here in the chat, give me your username, and I will upgrade you. And that way you can speak to Sensei about the crypto. You can talk to Ed Nevis about scalp trading. And you can also pop into the live shows. You can call in. You can say, look, I'm interested in a stock. Here's some news. You can drop it in a channel called Links for YouTube on Discord, and I can cover the news for you. I rank #1 for most of the stocks that I cover, so they'll trend on YouTube, and it's a way to promote your stock. Not that I'm promoting stock. That's not what I do. I only own the S&P, but it doesn't do any harm if you want me to cover a news story on your favorite stock, right? I'm sure you understand what I'm saying. All right. On your birthday, we'll celebrate your birthday. You get a birthday song. Let me know it's your birthday. On the Friday night concert, this is the music channel. If you subscribe to the music, If you subscribe to the music channel on Friday night, it's our last concert for a whole month. You can have your first free song. I'm like a human jukebox. People do super chats for songs. You can get your song for free, your first song. And if you subscribe, we're trying to get to 10,000 subscribers so YouTube can turn on charitable giving and I can raise millions for charity, as I've done in other mediums, but I now want to do it on my music channel. There you go. That's some of the perks that you can get. There are many, many more things. I'm going to give you a video to watch now. This video here is the hows and the whys of what you get with the membership. Make sure you go and watch this. It will give you all the other information. There you go. I think I've pretty much given you everything you need to know for now. But there you go. All right. Welcome to the family. Right, Rocket Lab. I'm going to go and bring up some more news in a second. We're very quiet this afternoon. I thought this afternoon would be busier than it is. We're often now getting 100, 150, 200 as an average, 1,000 through a stream. This is a very quiet. I don't know if it's because I changed the title to Rocket Lab. Anyway, who knows? That's a lot of links. Yes, it's a lot of things to do. But I do offer a lot of services to you. Is Martyn or anyone covering Micron earnings? I am not covering Micron earnings. When is Micron earnings? It's a bit late now, of course, because we're going on holiday in 2 days' time, so I don't think we're going to have chance to cover that now. But as a member, Robin Burrows, you can request for a $5 super chat. You can request that I cover an earnings for you. I can do 2 in the morning and 2 in the evening. Awesome. Thanks a lot. Hi, Stephen. Lovely to see you all here. RW, hi Zach, RW, hi gents, Mount UK. Oh, everyone's coming in late today. I wonder what caused that. I know I went later today. I did advertise it though, would be later. That's okay. I like homework. You are welcome. All right. Okay. Okay. Overall portfolio, just down a bit today. 119,000 from 5,000, just off our all-time high. Now then, I'm waiting for a video to land. Let's see if it's landed now. I've got a reaction I want to do to this one. 12 minutes ago. It hasn't landed yet. I'm going to keep my eye out on that, listening to CNBC as well.
I do. I think that if you look at what's happened with their earnings, I mean, the stock is up 60+%. Earnings during the multiple has gone up from 19 times the out year to it's about 29 times. But earnings during that period are up about 40%. And we still haven't really begun to see the benefit of AI. And I want to put some substance. When we talk in AI, a lot of times it's like theory, like what is the real tangible piece here? And when it comes to the stock and about what earnings are going to be in the future.
I've just seen a new member join on Discord. This might be you, STT. I think I can see you on Discord. I don't know it's you, but if you give me your username, if this is you, you are the quickest person to ever join Discord. I'm impressed the speed you've done that. I can see who I think you are, but I'm not going to tell you because for security reasons, I want to protect your account. If you can give me in the chat your username on Discord, if you are the same person, I can upgrade you and then you can send me a friend request. I can accept it and bring you into the show. All right. So STT, if you give me your username, your Discord username, I'm looking at it now. If it's the same thing, I can upgrade you and give you access to Discord because you are a YouTube member. I asked for that because people come in and they'll create accounts pretending to be you to get access. They're trolls, they're bots, they're scammers, they're not members, and we don't want to do that. So yes, that's your display name. I want your username. I'm pretty confident this is you, but we have strict rules to protect everybody. Every rule I've got is because of an action that's happened to lead me to this position. So, you have to give me your username. I'm looking at it. Surge, correct, underscore, and there's some numbers. There's some numbers. The first one is 2. What comes next? If you can give me the numbers, I will know it's you and I can upgrade you. All right, simple as that. Okay, you're giving me the display name. Crag. I have learned your song. You spin me round like a record. I have learned it. I'm ready to sing it. Dead or Alive on Friday night. I'm excited. Great song. Leah loved it. She was listening to me doing it in the extra channel earlier, and she really enjoyed it. That's a hard song to sing. It was really quite fast, the lyrics, but I enjoyed doing it anyway. So Serge, I'm standing by for you to do that, and then send me a friend request, please. There it is, 29. That's right. Now then, I'm going to do this now. So send me a friend request, because you may receive friend requests from lots of scammers called Martyn Lucas. They are not me. I never send friend requests. You need to send me a friend request, and I will accept it. So there you are. We found you. There you are. So I am first of all going to give you the role of YouTube member. You can also become a Discord subscriber if you want extra services as well. There's the member. Change your nickname. It has to be the same as it is on YouTube. Otherwise, nobody will know who you are. And you are STT. There you go. Same name. Save. Now, if you send me a friend request, I will accept it, because you will get lots of Martyn Lucases who pretend to be me, not me. Remember, anyone on Discord messages you, it's not me. I never send anyone friend requests. Also, you know my username is @Martyn Lucas. I'm the only one on Discord who has the correct name. Everybody else has Martyn Lucas 1 or a different version. So send me a friend request. I'm standing by to receive it. I will accept it. All right, I'll leave you to do that. And when you've done it, I'll come back and accept it from you. Right. What's happened there? That shouldn't have disconnect. There we go. Disconnect. That shouldn't have done that. Okay, there we go. That's better. Right. Hi, Crag. Martyn, I just watched your DJT video. You should have used the clip from Only Fools and Horses where Dell says, Aussie banged out a car. Yeah, you get my point though, right, Crag? Thanks, Martyn. You're welcome. I look forward to performing it for you Friday night. Hi, Mike. Boom. STT. Well, we'll say boom in a minute when you sent me a friend request. I'm still waiting for that. Just send me a bloody friend request. I'm trying to sort you out here. Anyway, Michael only calls in 2.5 hours, I believe. Robin Burrows. Yeah, I'm sorry I won't be able to cover the earnings now. We're winding down the studio already, so there's no earnings. I am doing reviews the whole of next week. On the first week of my vacation, I'm recording all the reviews that people have requested me to do before I completely end everything. So I'm trying to figure out how. Oh, I see. You're trying to figure out how to send a friend request. Okay, fair enough then. You take your time. There's no rush. Right. Rocket Lab. Let me bring you some more news. So this is the news we've just got. I want to bring it to you. Rocket Lab. We're not going to make a video out of this. I don't know how. I'm trying. You take your time. Don't worry about it. So this is Rocket Lab this afternoon. We had a huge rally today. Rocket Lab successfully launches 53 Electron mission, 53rd Electron mission, deploys another 5 satellites. We covered this on the news earlier, but this is the official statement now from Rocket Lab. There is their rocket going up and doing its thing, which is absolutely wonderful to see. Really, really great. This is the news. I'll just read it out to you. I did cover the news this morning, but this is the official news, right? New Zealand Rocket Lab, the company, a global leader in launch services and space systems, today successfully launched its 53rd Electron mission and deployed 5 satellites to low Earth orbit. In fact, I'm not going to read all that out because we've just covered that exact news on my previous video, so I don't want to go through something we've already done. But there you go. This is just out. I want to see if they've brought anything else out in the last few minutes, because we are waiting for some extra news, because this rally today really is something. No, it's not. There isn't anything else other than that. So we're already familiar with that. But nevertheless, if you want the full analysis of the stock, I've just done it. So this is where to look. If you go on the homepage of the channel and you click videos at the top, there is analysis. I've just done much more detail, a deep dive, a 25-minute video on just Rocket Lab. All the numbers, the inside, the positions, the trends, you name it, all there. So go and have a look at that. We will cover the earnings if we get 100 likes on the video. which you probably will, actually, on this one. It's doing pretty good. There, I got it. Okay, let me have a look. See if you have got it. Friend requests. Let's have a look. Suggestions. I don't do suggestions. No, we don't do suggestions. We only do... there you go. Let me check the username. Correct. Done. There you go. All done. And if the reason why I say all done, because you know it's done, because that's the message I give you if you watch the video. All done. Serge, you are done. I've sent you a reply back. You are done, and you can now see everything. Let me share with you what you can see on Discord. You can now get this is the server. Okay, on the bottom left-hand side, Ed Nevius, he's our scalp trading expert. He's paid to learn scalp trading. He provides one-on-one training for you for free. We never do discount codes and training where we charge you. It's all provided free to our members. Ed Nevius. We've got Sensei Crypto here, who knows some of the managers on the crypto projects. He does all our chart work for us. He has the Sensei Crypto Challenge. That's all here as well, so you can access all of that crypto information. Ed Nevius also alerts us of scalp trades, like 100, 200, 300% scalp trades in the mornings. You can get all of that. If you see any competitions, we do cash giveaways. They come up in here. Links for YouTube. If you've got a favorite stock that you want me to cover, drop a link in there and what it is. Links for YouTube. I can cover it on the show for you. Crypto news, stock news, the breakfast bar every morning. You might want to, have a chat with everybody. It's where everyone has a little chat before the show starts. And there you go. You've got all those perks and benefits now. It's exclusive to YouTube members. Others can't use any of that equipment, any of those services. We're not trying to grow the biggest, we're trying to grow the best. And it's not available to anybody else other than YouTube members. All right. Okay, let's have a look. We've got a funny one here. We've got Meet Martyn Lucas Investor. A lot of crashing and bashing today in the market. Why not red LEDs? Well, because we are doing a Rocket Lab special. If you've read the the video and you can see on the screen what I'm doing, you can see. Obviously, you've not looked. You like to play silly buggers instead. Rocket Lab is there, look, and Rocket Lab is most certainly green today. So that's why we are green, and that's why we're talking about Rocket Lab. Fantastic, you are awesome. Yes, it's a red day, but at the moment we're focusing on Rocket Lab. That's why we are green. Hard to find some green candles today. Zach say it is indeed. Zach, I've got your song today worked out. Heroes, we could be heroes. Yes, David Bowie, Friday night. Looking forward to it. It's a great song. Thank you for the great request. I really appreciate it. Is Rocket Lab going to the moon? He's trying to bait me into a silly conversation. I ain't doing it. Right, okay. Let's have a look. There isn't anything new up from Rocket Lab. I've searched every wire. I found all the news there was. There's no more news. There's no more videos about it. There's no more technical charts analysis. I've provided all of that. If you join Sensei on Sunday, he will actually do a chart for this should you wish to trade it and take some profit from it on Sunday. Every Sunday, Sensei will do that for you. So we're going to move on now from Rocket Lab because there's nothing further to report as we come up to the closing bell. Here's my portfolio, just off all-time highs. We hit 120,000 today, and we're just off that. Let's go back red because the studio is most certainly red now. Did you ever get the song I sent a few weeks back? I just didn't send any money. Better Be Home soon. Better Be Home. I actually have a message from you, Mike, about a song that you sent me a while ago. And the answer is no. But I've still got the message to do it for you. I'm trying to get as many of these songs done before I go on my break. But no, I do have your song, Mike. Here. Look. It's in my list. Look at this. There it is. So I am trying to get to it. Trying to like get as many things done as possible. So I haven't forgotten you. All right. It'll get done. You know it will. Rick McGrath. Are you referring to the Donald Trump video? I think you probably are, with the car. I like it. I hope you found that funny anyway. I was trying to be funny with it. Okay. We've only got a few minutes to go before the bell goes. Yeah. Right, let me check something. I'm looking for a reaction video I want to do. Just don't know if it's out yet. Still waiting. No, they've still not posted it yet. No, not yet. I'm waiting for a special video.
How are you thinking about it? Because it's far from what some would suggest. I've heard it from many investors on my programs. They certainly don't say it's cheap.
No, it's not cheap. I think in a sense, the reason I'm focused on Nike is part of a broader question, which is you see some really well-known brand names, companies that you've taken for granted as companies that are going to sustain their brand name forever. I mean, and this is especially in the apparel footwear business. Lululemon is going through the same troubles. Nike is going through troubles. And at some point, the question you got to ask is, has the business changed in a fundamental way to put these brand names, which have historically held on to their value, at risk?
Partseville0 donated $20 through a super chat. I love the channel, Martin. Great work. I tend to voice disagreement more, but I usually agree. I plan to stick around. Also, my alias Partseville is pronounced Parzival. Thanks.
Well, that's a lovely, lovely gift there. Parzival. All right. Parzival. Parzival. Okay, I've got it. Really great, because the super chats are working again now. I was working on it earlier, trying to make it work, so that's good. Parzival. Thank you very much indeed for that. That's very, very kind of you. Thank you so much for your super chat. Let me just play that again, because that was such a good super chat.
Partseville0 donated $20 through a super chat.
It's not going to read it out the second time. Okay, never mind. Let me bring this up on here. I'll do it this way. I love the channel, Martin. Great work. I tend to voice disagreement more, but I usually agree. I plan to stick around. Also, my alias is Parzival. I've got it now. Fantastic. Great. I'm so sorry I didn't get it right, but thank you very much for that. Now then, now I know that's working again. Let me check here to see if no, that's okay. No, that's okay. No, that's okay. It's working. Brilliant. Okay, everything's working now. Yes, I did a few resets. There wasn't anything wrong, I don't think, but whatever. But anyway, it's working. Thank you so much. I will buy more all shares, Matador, till I am back in profit, Malk. Very good idea. Nobody has mind to buy brand name stuff. No, I certainly wouldn't do it. I don't. I like to own the business. I let everybody else buy it. Anyway, it's from Ready Player One movie. The bot got it kind of wrong. It's from Ready Player One movie. The bot got it kind of wrong. Parzival. Did I get it right? Is it Parzival? How do I join Discord? Todd Burns. Parzival, if you want to call into the show, you as a member can call in. Yes, you are a member. You can call in and you can talk to me and tell me how to pronounce your name. How about that? If you want to call in, you can. Remember the 80s group Roxette? Yes, I do. They had a lot of hits. I love Roxette. Yes, great sound. Great sound. Stephen, I'll add more at 50. Afternoon, guys. Finally, some red stuff. Yes. Vu was on an 8-day win streak. How do I join Discord? Todd Burns, how do you join Discord? Well, you have to be a YouTube member. Are you a YouTube member? Yes, you are. Okay, how do you join Discord? Well, you join Discord like this. Here we go. I'll give you the links right now. There are the links. Click on the link. It will take you 10 minutes to go through security. If you do it now, I'll be able to upgrade you before the end of the show. If you leave it longer than that, it'll have to be tomorrow. So start that now. Verify your email and all the rest of it. To do all your verifications. Do not accept a friend request from anyone. Send me a friend request, spelt correctly to me, and I'll accept it. And once you've got yourself onto Discord, here in YouTube, give me your Discord username, and I will upgrade you live on the show, and you can access all the services. All right? Okay, it's pissing down here in my mates in Benidorm. Kazansky 66, and my mates are in Benidorm. Oh, where are you? Where it's raining today? Looks like Palantir wants to make a comeback. Yes, Palantir, great business, great stock. Oh, look at this. There was a bit of a gift today, but it's still expensive though. You've got to remember, this is not the time to be buying it at all. But nevertheless, it's got to grow into its position. It was down at 36 today. It's now at 37. So it's moved a bit, but nevertheless, it's a little bit expensive at the moment. Great business. I love it. Oh, hang on a minute. What's this? Ha ha, no way. This is funny. Crag wants a song.
Crag donated £5 through a super chat. Can you learn the YMCA for November 5th and do the victory dance if Trump wins? If Kamala wins, just play This Is the Road to Hell. Embarrassed smiley face.
Well, I got to keep neutral, so I'm not going to be saying this is for Kamala Harris if it's the road to hell. But I'm happy to play the road to hell as Chris Rea, and I'm happy to do the YMCA for everybody. Absolutely right. But I'm going to keep neutral on all of that. You can have fun with that. Yeah, no problem. No problem. Okay. I will, let me write it down. I'll do it for you on Friday because it's our last concert. We're taking a whole month off. So, I've got to do as much as I can for Friday for you. So here we go. Heroes, we've got, we've done that one. Okay. And where is it? So this is Crag. YMCA, MCA, there you go. $5. I write all these down, so I do them in priority order. Okay, there it is. Okay. Looks like it wants to make a comeback. S&P with 30 plus time this year with all-time high. S&P with 30 plus times this year with all-time high. Yes, it's looking very, very strong indeed. No question about it. Palantir is looking nice as well today. Let's go back to the S&P. We are down a little bit at the moment, but nothing to really shout about. Let me just check this a minute. That's all good. That's all good. Yep. Rocket Lab is still holding up. A lot of great music was made. I know, Mike, I'm right with you. You know why, don't you, mate? Because we're old, right? That's why. We love it. It isn't Palantir a 350 PE. Palantir, what is the price to earnings ratio? 217, actually. 217. It's very, very expensive. It's been insanely expensive, but people believe it will grow into the price. I just cannot pay, because what's the point? What is the point of paying, 50 times, 100 times earnings, in this case, even more? What is the point? Because at some point, people will just go, I'm taking profit out of this. It will crash all the way back down again. Investing is about the very definition of buy something that you can grow, not something that's already grown and you can overpay for it. People don't understand that. They just buy it. People just seem to trade or buy momentum. If it's going up, I'm going to buy it. That seems stupid to me. You buy it when it's the right time to buy, not just any time to buy. Don't buy anything. It's ridiculous. Martin, you're from England. Do you like asking Alexandria? Martin, you're from England. Do you like asking Alexandria? No idea what that means. I'm in Kent, the Garden of England. More like a swimming pool tonight. I've heard a lot of flooding going on. It's a sleeping giant. Palantir? Yes, I would agree, but it's too expensive though. You know, you can't just keep paying. You can't pay anything. 80s and 90s, my favourite era, Mike. Yes. Well, tomorrow, Friday night, I'm going to be doing You Spin Me Round. It's a sleeping giant, says STT. Yes, Crag. Okay, look at Palantir rising. Look at the overall. Let's go for all our stocks right now. We're down slightly. We're getting a bit of a... It's a band. What's a band? Oh, I see. Hang on. Martin, you're from England. Do you like asking Alexandria? That's the name of a band? Never heard of it. Never heard of it. Listen, guys, if you ask me who the latest pop star is, who the latest film star is, I ain't got a clue. I'm the wrong person to ask. Right? I know it surprises you, but not cool. Not at all cool. Don't know anything about what's going on. I've got no idea who's in the charts. I pay no attention to it. I know lots about Elvis Presley, Frank Sinatra. I know lots about Billy Joel, Elton John. Ask me about asking Alexandria. Never heard of it. Never heard of it. It's probably great though, right? It's a band, says Kevin B. I had no bloody idea. Went through some music videos. The one where you rode a trailer and played the grand piano was cool. Oh, thanks for that. That was a lot of fun, yeah. That was a lot of fun. I was helping out a Lions club, and I put my grand piano on the back of a truck and went around their town and was singing and playing. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Yeah. It's a band asking Alexandra. Huge metalcore band from England. Huge in the 2010s. Well, they weren't huge in my head. I've never heard of them. Never heard of them, mate. But sorry about that. 1780s best music. They won't be playing today. Rubbish in 50 years. It probably will. We just think it's rubbish, but people think it's great. I know. Anyway, agreed, Kazansky. It's a rock band in the 20s and 90s, screaming rock. It's good. How about Bob Seger, Fire Lake? Now, I've heard of Bob Seger. Not heard of the song, though. Asking Alexander is a metal band. You see, if you ask me about metal, and I know you're all going to go, oh, you flipping idiot, that's not metal. I'm going to go things like Guns N' Roses. I'm going to go things like, I know Bon Jovi's a bit softer, but, Scorpions. I know, it's not, but that's what I know. All right, anyway, there it is. Rick McGrath, I've no idea what that meant. No idea what that was all about. Anyway. Oh, we got another new member on Discord. This time, Todd Burns. It could very well be Todd Burns. So, Todd Burns, give me your username on Discord, because people pretend to be you. We got 5 minutes to go. We're going to be off straight on the bell, so you've only got a couple of minutes to go. Let's talk music. Why not? Why not? Let's just talk music. Let's do nothing else. I love it. So, Todd Burns, if you give me your username on Discord, I can upgrade you. All right, Rick McGrath. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. I'm completely bamboozled by it all. All right, ain't got a bloody clue what's going on. Anyway, it is what it is. Rick McGrath thinks it's funny. I don't know what's funny. I don't know what it is. I don't understand any of it. Anyway, there's my portfolio. It's a shame not seeing 120. Oh, Black Sabbath. Yeah, I think you can all imagine this probably isn't my thing on the piano. I'm just saying, right? Probably isn't me. Neil Finn was one of the best songwriters. We're all talking music. What's going on? You're talking my language now, other than heavy metal and thrash and anything else. Rocket Lab is still holding up. Yeah, People are laughing. I don't know what's going on. Right. Now, don't forget, Friday is the last show for a whole month. No live shows. If you want to access Discord, you can. If you want to access the extra channel, you can. But that's it. Other than me going on my phone. Timing is everything, or you will have to hold like me. When I bought, I waited for lows, but it went even lower. Now holding Matador, I can't predict the future. That's right, Stephen Lewandowski, but you know who can? You know who can predict the future, don't you? Me. But not so much right now. Normally, I'm quite good at it. But the reason why I can't is because I can't find the button where I'm supposed to press. Where is it? Who's moved my button? Who's moved my button? I probably moved it myself, but that's not the point. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Where's my button gone? This is rubbish. I've lost my button, everybody, because I can predict the future. I've got a special magic button. Oh, this is annoying. Is it in here? Oh. How could I possibly lose the button? But I have. I've lost the button. There's nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. Oh my gosh. Nowhere to be found. No. How the bloody hell could I lose that? Oh well. Yeah, I've lost it. Lost a whole folder somewhere. Oh well. You all know what I was talking about. The amazing... I might be able to do it manually. The crystal ball. Where's my crystal ball gone? Hey! There it is. I've got a crystal ball. I can see into the future. Just because you can't. All right then. Ring the bell.
Down 0.25% in the S&P, just giving
Here we
back
go.
Yesterday's gain. I still think the market in the last week has essentially said we have a late cycle lifeline in the form of the Fed. Consumer cyclicals, industrials working. Yields leaking higher. You've been talking about that. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it fits with history in terms of what happens after a rate hike. It happens when the Fed has decided to somewhat back off.
Get ready for the bell.
Inflation, and arguably when the economy looks like it has a shot to reaccelerate a little bit. You don't want to see it shoot higher too much more from here.
I lost all my buttons years ago.
The day of the
base
August
master.
2nd July jobs report. That's when we got the growth scare. That's when people stampeded into Treasury. So we're still operating well within that range between those two.
Look at this last-minute rally.
Kind of PCE weight. That's really what it feels like. You know, even
look at the last-minute rally.
Inflation story.
Well, also, you get personal income and spending in that same report for PCE, and that's going to matter if nothing else.
Good points as always. Mike, thanks. That's Mike Santoli, senior markets commentator. So we'll go red. Dow's going to be about a 300-point loser. That'll do it for us. I'll send it in.
The bell has gone. And we're rallying into the close. Just off all-time highs. We can live with that. Just off the all-time high.
Argentina ringing closing bell at the New York Stock Exchange.
Rocket Lab stayed up.
New York Climate Week conference.
The S&P has come back up again. Not too bad at all.
From their record rally, closing mostly in the red. Small caps and energy faring worst. That's the scorecard on Wall Street, but winners stay late. Welcome to Closing Bell Overtime.
There you go. Now then, I wonder if I've got this video yet I want to share with you. Have they shared it yet? Yes, they have. Yes, they have. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Going to make this video right at the end. Right at the end. Rally. with Tom Lee into Santa election. That means nothing to you, but it means everything to me. You ready? So I'm going to make this now right at the end. Okay. You ready? Breaking news here on Martyn Lucas Investor. I've got Tom Lee on the phone as well. We're talking about a Santa rally, a little bit of a ripple on the pond going up to elections, the election period, and then rallying again. It's exactly what I've been saying for the longest time. I'm not selling anything. I'm very bullish. I'm very confident. And I've got a reaction video here. It's just come out. No one's got it yet. This is brand spanking new. I'll be the first person on YouTube, I'm sure, to get this. So you're in the right place. If you tap the like button, and it's the only place you're going to get me to react to it, let's be honest. All right, click subscribe and ring the bell. Have you done all that good stuff? All right, let's hear. It's just in, hot off the press. No one's got it. Here it is. Very exciting moment.
Lee. He's Fundstrat's head of research, a CNBC contributor, live with us once again at Post 9. Nice to see you.
Great to see you, Scott.
You know, since the Fed did their jumbo cut, the market really hasn't done all that much except for one day last Thursday. Why?
Well, you know, I think the Fed unleashed us on an easing cycle, and that's going to be positive. We know it's actually historically positive 3 months, 6 months out. But what stocks do in the next month is a bit of a coin flip, and I think that's what we're seeing because there's some repositioning that took place. And also we're now thinking about the 40 days into the election.
So does the fact that the election is but 40 days away sort of...
Now, I'm going to make some predictions. I've not seen this yet. This has just come out. This has only been released on CNBC a couple of moments' time, but I'm going to make my thoughts, my beliefs first. Let's see if he aligns with me. I'm making this live, remember, so I don't know what he's going to say. I haven't seen it yet. So my experience is markets often rally after elections, and when we've had a decent rally already. We've had a great year so far, so I'm expecting another 10-20% by the end of the year, which would be phenomenal. Absolutely great. Let's see if he says that. I also believe that we're going to have a sideways action for a while, bit of volatility. I'm not concerned about the war. I'm not concerned about any of that at all because we own the right stocks. I hope he talks about the Russell being junk and you should be out of it. People will buy it and then pump it and then dump it and then come back to the mega caps. He might say the mega caps should be sort of sideways, or they'll follow the market, but then they'll rally later on in the year. And I expect a Santa rally. I honestly, I've not seen this yet. This has just come out. It just got posted onto YouTube a couple of seconds ago. Let's see if any of that makes any sense. I am glad to see already the Russell is down by 1%. I've been telling everyone, stay away from the Russell, absolute junk. Don't bother with that. I know people won't listen. They'll take profits and they'll try and if you work it all out, end of the year, you've made less money. Anyway, let's go over to Tom, see what he has to say.
Ruin
see if
the
he agrees
perfect
with
scenario for stocks to get that post-Fed bump?
I think it delays it. Just because, in the conferences that I've
sideways
been
for a month.
speaking at and seeing wealth managers and family offices, a lot don't want to commit capital until after Election Day. And I don't think it matters who wins. It's just they want to get that event behind them.
Oh, so you think we're going to have sort of a dash to the...
I agree with that. Remember, he just said doesn't matter who wins. I've been saying that the entire time. I believe the markets are strong enough. They don't care who wins. It makes no real difference who wins. I agree with that.
Finish after Election Day is out of the way.
Yeah, and that's pretty typical. In fact, in election years, the November, December rallies are pretty tremendous. And in fact, when markets are up more than 10% in the first half, you also get big rallies November, December.
There you go.
Choppy through September.
You think investors are sold on the idea?
What do you reckon about that? I think Tom Lee should work for me, or I should work for Tom. What do you reckon? Or we should become partners. We should do a YouTube channel.
The idea that this economy is going to make it. It's going to make it through. The Fed's going to pull this off. Is any of what we've witnessed since Fed Day doubts about the bigger picture?
So far, so good. This Friday, we get core PCE, and hopefully that confirms inflation is no longer on the front burner. But I'd say one thing I've noticed is that the number of investors and professional money managers that think we're already in a recession is very high. And so I think the evidence just has
How many times have I said that? You won't know you're in a recession until you look back 6 months. He's now saying some people believe we're already in a recession. Recession is the bottom of the market. You don't know you're in a recession until you've had 2 or 3 quarters to measure it by. So this is why I'm always about investing and looking forward, not looking backward like the Fed do. Very, very important to understand that. But if we are in a recession, if we're in a recession and we've slowed down, this is the bottom. This is the time to be in. So Tom's doing good today.
To be better than expected, and I think those views shift back to
teach him everything he knows.
Well, we've seen, recently targets for the S&P. Brian Belsky, I keep bringing him up because he's the most recent to raise his target up to the highest now on the street. I've asked you about, the market lately. You haven't sounded like you'd be raising your own target to a degree like that, would you?
I think there is a lot of upside in the foreseeable future. Let's say 3-6 months out.
Perfect.
But for someone to tactically say we need to pin a 6,000 target and then put money to work today, I think it's harder to make that case because valuations aren't on the cheaper end. And we've already had a fairly sizable move. So I'm not saying I'm bearish right now, but to me, I'd have a lot more confidence saying 3-6 months out, things are attractive, especially things like margin debt, right? It actually decreased in August, meaning investors have been deleveraging. Mm-hmm. It hasn't gone anywhere for the last 4 months at a time when markets are rising.
I guess my point would be, it would have been better articulated to just say, you don't sound as bullish as you usually are. Is that fair?
Yes, I'm bullish into year end, but I'm a little less confident about how markets behave into election.
There we go. Tom Lee very much aligned with my sort of methodology in investing. He's an investor, not a trader, and perfect. 3 to 6 months out. That's what we want to hear. That's what we want. We want to be accumulating, paying down margin so we can release more capital, we can buy more. As I'm talking, the markets are rallying, they're going back up again. It might even turn green in a minute with a last-minute rally. Very, very nice indeed. This is good. I like it. It's exactly fitting into my strategy. By the end of the year, we start picking up again. I produce some margin. I can start to buy more if we get a dip. And I do expect a dip. I do expect one final little sort of flush out before we get the post rally from the election.
And not that I think we're going to have a huge drawdown. If we do have a big drawdown, I'd be buying that dip. But I also don't think we can make new highs and then see the market blast off after Election Day. So I'd rather say things look a lot better after Election Day.
Can we make new highs if tech doesn't resume its leadership role in anywhere close to the degree that it had?
As long as tech is a market perform. If tech actually declines, that's going to be hard for the rest of the S&P 500 to compensate. But what we've seen so far, including days like NVIDIA and Tesla recently, is that tech is actually holding its own, but other stocks are starting to show catalysts and signs of life.
Yeah. What about the broadening trade? I mean, you look at the Russell, your big call, of course. Week to date's down more than 1%. Really hasn't done much at all. I kept hearing, hey, you got to wait till the Fed cuts. Then you go into the Russell. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, Russell had a big week last week. It's some profit taking now, but I think that there's
makes sense.
This is what bottoms look like. I don't think bottoms are straight up. I know in 2021 energy was bottoming, and it was also very choppy, but eventually made not only new highs, but then basically had a blistering gain in 2020 in the year following. So I think that's a multi-year start for the Russell. It feels choppy, but we're still near all-time highs, and there's a big fundamental case to own small caps.
Some have made the case that there are a lot of areas of the market that are overcrowded at this point. So many different sectors have gone up a bunch. You look at industrials and utilities and other things that have traded near or at highs. Therefore, they find better value in bonds. What do you think?
I think a bond investor is buying a bond for a different reason than buying an equity. Because an equity gives you not only inflation protection and benefit from falling yields, but also capital appreciation and positive surprise. Bonds rarely give you positive surprise. I think a bond investor someone should have some income with some capital upside there, but there are so many good opportunities. And, the fact that China has started to actually perform better and potentially broken out, that's again a breadth signal, because that's been a big drag for the last few years.
Oh, how about that? Do you feel like the move that happened in China this week's a game changer on how we should view what, the potential turn in their economy means for the overall markets? I mean, we've seen certain stocks get a nice boost, some of the luxury goods companies, right? LVMH, Estee Lauder, et cetera.
And the gaming stocks.
What about in the bigger picture?
It's hard to tell what's a trading rally versus a bottom for China. I spent some time talking to Mark Newton, our technical strategist. He thinks this is a bona fide breakout, and it is coming on the heels of not only stimulus, but in the face of unrelenting bad news for China. So to me, a rally on bad news is a sign that maybe the worst is already priced into China, and that means it could rally for a while.
All right.
Exactly. That's exactly what I said. I do believe that we're going to get a 7-day streak of this. Then we're going to go sideways for a while, and then it's going to push a bit higher. But no matter, I would not be buying it. What it will do, what I'm looking for it to do, is not encourage me to buy Baba and all the rubbish that comes out of China. What it does for me is it'll encourage people to start investing again, because if China does well, it's good for the whole world. We don't want economies collapsing. That doesn't help anybody. We want people in China to make lots of money and be wealthy. They can buy those Teslas and all the rest of it, and it encourages people to invest over here even more. So, just like Mr. Beast says, as I have always said, don't try and be an island. You want everyone to climb with you, everyone to grow with you. I've always said, share the news. This is why I promote other people's channels. I'm always trying to get you to watch other people's channels. We all grow together. Just be the best and concentrate on providing value and service. And the economy is exactly the same. Focus on the bigger picture and we all do well. When one does well, we all do well. No one gets left behind. That's not what we want. We want everyone to grow together. So there we go. There's my reaction to Tom Lee. Great, because it's pretty much everything I feel myself. And as I said before at the beginning of the video, I had not yet seen it. I was waiting for it to post on CNBC. And the moment it did, I knew that was coming out. I wanted to grab it. So I'm really, really pleased we were able to get that. So there you go. Click above my head for all the links down below in the description. Leave me your thoughts below. Are we going to get a Santa rally? Yep. Are we going to get a post-election rally? Yep. Is the S&P going to go up 3x by the end of the decade? Yep. Am I going to get to $1 million by the end of the decade? Yep. Without buying any more shares? Yep, absolutely right. Just watch me do it. All right, click above my head, down below here. Over here, I'll put another playlist, which I think you'll find useful. And down here, I will put my Psychology of Investing Part 2. It is the video all about cash is not king. You need to go and watch it. Very, very important. I've got Tom Lee live on the phone. Very, very funny. I can't let you into the show unless you are on camera, and I don't see anybody on camera, so I'm very sorry. I can't let you on the show. Someone's trying to be funny here in the last few minutes. You may have heard that. You may have heard the tone, but I'm not going to let you in. You're not on camera. So there you go. Until next time, as always, great year coming. For investors, it's great. For traders, it's always difficult. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other. All right, brilliant. Somebody thought they'd be funny and phone in, but I'm not going to answer unless it's somebody I know, unless you remember, unless you're on camera. So good luck with that. I've every security measure tried and tested is constantly challenged and upgraded, and every time someone tries and does something, we just tighten the belt even further. So good luck with that. Unbelievable. August 15th with the almost no warning. It was 1 day warning the Friday and S&P 500 down 10% one day. I'll never forget that. I hope it does go down 10% during the night. I have buy orders set for 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning to pick up big drops. I'm ready for it. I took a 2-day option on Baba, made bank and got out. Congratulations to you. I wouldn't have bothered with it. But good luck to you. Just remember to hold some cash back because you've done it on your brokerage. You owe 20% tax at the end of the year. Just bear that in mind. All right. I'm up 10% on VU since buying in August. Lovely stuff. Fantastic indeed. How is that possible, Martin? You would have to do like an 8x if you're not buying any more S&P. Craig, I've explained it many times. It's because I currently have $200,000 invested. Let me share with you. There's my overall portfolio. There's my brokerage. There's my Roth. There is my overall balance. That's what's mine if I clear all my margin. There is my overall, see the overall balance? I've got $169,000 now worth of stock. So not just 92, 169 plus the Roth IRA, which is 26, which basically gives me about 200 grand, bar some pennies, 200 grand invested. Now then, I have said to you that we will 3x, because 2x is normal anyway, but we're now in a much different position. So 2x would give me 400,000, so nearly halfway. A 3x. Oh, we've got Tom Lee phoning in. Please don't bother. I can see who you are. You're not going to come on the show. It's just silly. All right. So a 3x by the end of the year will be 600,000, but bearing in mind, because I've got margin, my portfolio doubles. All right, so it'll grow even faster. Plus, as I pay down my margin, I'm going to be using my income from YouTube, which I earn every month, and that's going to continue to grow. So I'm going to be paying down my margin, reducing my margin over and over again. I'm going to be reducing my margin until it's cleared off. Now, I'm not even expecting it to clear off because at some point, as my margin drops, and as we get a pullback, I'm going to add more to my position by buying the micro dip. So take all that into account, then $1 million is available. Now then, I hope that answers your question. I've got somebody who's not a member, who's playing silly buggers, calling into the show. So unfortunately, guys, if this continues, we're going to have to upgrade the password again. And then we're going to make it only available in Discord. Every time trolls try to spoil the family environment, we just raise the level of the security. So if this happens again, I don't recommend you do it again. If you do it again, I'm going to reverse IP, find out who you are, ban you from the channel. He keeps phoning in. He's now wearing a mask with a face of Tom Lee on it. If it's one of my members, let me know it's one of my members having fun. That's okay. But if it's somebody else who's trying to create havoc on the show, don't bother, because all we're going to do is raise security even higher and just keep raising it until we're members only. I'm happy to go members only all the time. It really doesn't bother me at all. I would rather have the peace and quiet, to be quite frank. Right. Have you ever been to Glastonbury, Martin? Yes, I have. I've driven past Glastonbury hundreds of times. It's just outside Bristol. I've worked at the Bristol Hippodrome and theatres all around that area, so I know it very, very well. Weston-super-Mare and everywhere, yeah. That's to the 5x, though, Martin, on S&P in just over 5 years. But you did not include me paying off, doubling the rate, and adding my own cash to reduce the margin on the way up as well. But it will take me such a long time. The majority will be a bigger bounce at the beginning, which will reduce. I still believe it's possible. We'll see. We'll see if I'm right. But also, I forgot to mention, the S&P on average is 13.6 a year if you include inflation. It depends how you measure it. Some will say 11, some will say 12, whatever. I'm actually getting 20 to 30% on the S&P. Why? Because I'm special, right? No. The reason why I'm getting more, 20 to 30%, is because I am doubling up on margin when we get macro dips. So when we get macro dips and we go down 10, 15%, which we do, we've seen it happen. We had a big drop, is it 5, 6% on the carry trade? If you buy those extra dips when you've brought down your margin, if you do that, then you can amplify those gains a lot because you're adding a lot more money. So that's how I'm going to get there. You can follow me, you can watch the progress, and you can see if I make it or not. I believe I will. Cedar Trees, is that the largest crash in history money-wise? Bottom on the August the 5th. Does anyone know why ASML is up 2.5% post market? Cedar Trees. VU went down from 520 to 470. That was VU. Hi, do you still think Nvidia will take a dip to 90 per share at some point? I don't. Sensei does, using the chart. As I say, I don't use charts to invest. They are purely examples of what humans are likely to do on the basis of what they did last time. It's without, no one's going to tell you that's what's going to happen. Sensei is a great chart reader, and he is looking at charts and going, this is what's happened. This is what happens when this happens. So this is my prediction. That's a very, very good educated guess. He's not all out just making up guessing. He's using it based upon principles and fundamentals. It makes perfect sense, but it's not how I look at it at all. I don't know, and nobody does. No one knows if it's going to 90. It's impossible. The charts would suggest it's possible. However, if we get good economic data and CPI, is it CPI on Friday? Is it CPI on Friday? Let me have a look. Friday. Yes, it is. CPI on Friday, core price. If that comes in well and everything's going good, these are things that are real. These aren't projections. These are real things. More and more people are going to buy into the market, and then people aren't going to sell. The stocks are going to keep rising. Yes, there'll be profit taking, but then the profits will be higher. And then you'll get 140 to 120, then 160 to 150. 90 won't be there anymore. So, at the end of the day, no one knows what's going to happen, including me, as amazing as that might sound. I'm only joking, of course. But I'm not really looking at the charts to make my financial decisions. It will happen, Martin. It will happen, Martin, called compounding. There you go. Absolutely right. I believe it. I believe it will as well. The fact that I've grown so quickly, when you think that I started with $5,000, I lost over $30,000 the first year, the first year and a half. I've only been doing the right thing since January, and I sold at the bottom on purpose. I could have waited for it to gone up before I sold, but I sold at the bottom because I wanted to start the right mission immediately. So I pulled the Band-Aid off. I just got rid and started again. I could be up now 30, 40 grand from here if I hadn't made those mistakes. But those mistakes have made me the person I am today. Mistakes is what it's about. Take the risks, make the mistakes, allow yourself to make the mistakes. Get it wrong again, lose harder, lose more, lose again. If you don't do that, you're learning nothing. You just think you're superior being and you're really clever and you're smarter than everyone else, and you will miss out on everything. You have to lose, you have to risk, you have to take chances to learn anything, all right? Okay. Martin, I noticed a damn cheap S&P 500 ETF for Europe at 12.45 euros, and I think it's a very good alternative to Vanguard. It's SPDR. It's been launched since last October. I might drop Vanguard over this. Oh dear. Delirium, let me put you straight right here. You've just made the cardinal sin. You have just said, I noticed a damn cheap S&P 500 ETF, SPDR. Let's look at that. SPDR. SPDR. SPDR Which one do you mean? That's SPY. Which one do you mean? Look, don't get confused by cheap the price of the share. That's not the way to look at this. Oh, hello. What the bloody hell's happening here? Every day I'm plagued with something. Right. SPDR. Which one do you mean? There's not a ticker symbol, SPDR. Yes, that's correct, Kazansky. Don't learn from doing it right. Dell is a SPX. That's right, Mike. I'm learning a lot when I'm young. Make mistakes with less money. Absolutely right. It's SPYL. SPYL. Let's have a look. I know what this is going to be, but I just want to show you. Oh, no. We're unable to show SPYL. Okay, it's not on Robinhood. Hang on. What else? What are you looking at? SPYL. SPYL. No, that's not right either. SPYL. That's not a ticker symbol. No. It's a UCITS ETF. It's SPYL for Europe. I don't see it. I've looked on Seeking Alpha. I've looked on Alpha Spread. I've looked everywhere. SPYL. SPYL. Oh. Oh, okay. I found it. It's on the London Stock Exchange, yeah. Hang on. I'm just looking a second. Okay. ETF. I've got something for you. I'll do this for you. SPYL. It's not available everywhere. Just bear with me. I'm just doing some research for you on this. Damn it, I can't check it that way. Only available on the London Stock Exchange. Okay.
Parzival Zero donated $10 through a super chat. Martyn's S&P 500 investment strategy with margin is the absolute best investment strategy for anyone other than expert traders. Trading individual stocks is for professionals. Listen to Martyn.
There you go. SPYL.L. London Stock Exchange. I want to explain something though. I'm trying to just... I know what I want to share with you. And in a minute, I'm going to show you what I mean. Right. I want to share something with you. Okay. Thank you ever so much for that super chat. That's absolutely fantastic. What a lovely thing to say. He's absolutely right, of course. Right. I found the one you're talking about.
STT donated $2 Canadian through a super chat. What do you think picking up NVDU options?
Right. Let me answer this question first of all. I pay right now over €100 for the Vanguard when SP. Right. Okay. Listen. Right. Delirium. I don't normally spend this much time on a non-member when there are members who are asking me questions and they're also giving me super chats. I don't normally do this, okay? I'm going to do it for you because what you're saying now will help other people because you're making a fundamental mistake here. A fundamental mistake and you're not understanding how this works. So I want to do it just for a moment. I'm not going to go into full detail over it, but I'm going to try to explain it for you. If you are interested, and tell you what, this is after hours. Let me take my tie off a second. I've been going a long time. All right? Now, if you are buying a stock, an ETF, an exchange traded fund that is tracking the S&P 500, which this is, it doesn't matter which one you buy. You're going to go, yes, it does. This is $12. What's important is, number one, does it track the S&P 500 market cap weight, the basic fundamental, the fundamental S&P 500, not weighted by other things. The general S&P 500, as you see as a main index, that is measured by market cap. Is it following that? Is it tracking that? Because there are other S&P 500 ETFs which are weighted towards other things, okay? They are more weighted. In other words, they have a larger allocation of tech or a larger allocation of industrials or whatever it might be. If you want to follow the S&P 500, you want the S&P 500 in its purest form, okay? Right. Assuming that this is it, all right? Assuming that this is it, without further analysis, I can't tell. But when I explain now what I'm going to say, it won't matter anyway. Assuming it is, you're going to go, well, it's great. It's only $13. I'm going to buy it. Brilliant. Your SPY and your VU is 500. It's a much better deal. No, it's the same thing. Assuming it follows the same weighting, all right? First of all, you've got to remember the most important thing once you've identified an ETF that tracks the S&P, assuming this is, the expense ratio is very, very important. The expense ratio is very, very important because that is the cost of running the ETF.
Jason Cook donated $5 through a super chat. For Delirium. Thank you for explaining his potential mistakes so that we can learn from it.
My pleasure. And Jason Cook giving a super chat as a member for another guest is a very generous thing. Thank you very much. I appreciate it so much. All the super chats now are going to go for me and Leah's holiday. So assuming that it's the same weight, let's assume it is without further investigation, I don't know. You think it's better because it's cheaper? Well, if it tracks the S&P, it tracks the S&P. If the allocation's the same, the allocation's the same. What's important is the expense ratio. VU is the best value expense ratio. And I'll show you what I mean. If I show you SPY, which is the professional S&P, the most famous, okay? This is its expense ratio. Where is it now? Scrolling down here. The expense ratio is, here we go. Expense ratio is 0.09. That comes out of your profit. Doesn't sound very much, but it adds up. 0.09. If I go over to VU, which is what I prefer, which is designed for retail investors specifically, so it's got less volume. People don't trade it as much as SPY, right? It's only 0.03. It's a third of the cost. That's why it's better for people who trade just normally, not millions of shares at once with billions of dollars, okay? That's why it's cheaper. Now, I don't know the one you're looking at, what it is. I haven't done a full analysis on it yet. If I did a full analysis on it, I'd find it out, but I haven't got time to do it now. Doesn't matter. The point is this. This is what's important. If we lay over SPY, I'm just using SPY and VU as an example, assuming that your ETF, you need to check the full prospectus, just compare the ETFs to make sure that the allocation's the same, that it's weighted on market cap, it's the same as the S&P. Go through all of that. If you've gone through all of that and found out that it is in fact the same, okay, you will find out by doing this, it doesn't matter which ETF you buy. The price is not important. Let me explain what I mean. Look at this. This is SPY and VU, the two most well-known S&P 500s. Can you see that? Exactly the same. And they are different in price. Look, identical. Absolutely the same. Absolutely the same. Okay? Now, you might notice that it's slightly separated at the top. You might notice, you might go, no, it's not exactly the same. It's exactly the same. And let me explain. Okay? Virtually identical. This is virtually no difference at all, but it starts to spread, and I'll explain there why. This is measured upon growth, potential growth. If I take you back over now to here, my main account. So I think we can agree they pretty much follow the same trajectory, right? And if you've got a market cap weighted S&P 500 ETF, it'll be exactly the same. Exactly the same. The only difference is the expense ratio. Okay, and for that you need to see what the expense ratio is and look at the prospectus. If we look at VU, right? This is VU. It's $525 a share. Okay, that's VU. If we then look at SPY, right? It's $570 a share. Which one's the best value? The one for $570? Or the one for $525. They're exactly the same. Because they are slightly different in price, over time, the chart will look like it separates. It's not. It's exactly the same. Okay? What's important is not the price of the stock. It just means there are more or less of the same pie. Let me explain that. If I've got, let's say my business, Martyn Lucas Investor, I am a public company or I'm an ETF. You can buy shares in me. Okay? You can buy shares in me. Let's say I value my company, me, at $100. There's one share for $100. That's it. One share, $100. You can buy my entire business, the whole of me, for $100. That's based upon my income this year. I'm going to earn $100. So you buy one share, the whole pie, $100. You own all of me. That's exactly the same as having 100 shares at $1 each. Agreed? It's a pie, and we cut it in 100 pieces or one piece. Doesn't matter. The point I'm making is it doesn't matter if the stock is $1 or $100, you're still buying the same amount in ratio to the money. If you put $1 into my business, you own 1%. If you put $100 in, you own 100%. It's the same as buying one share at $100. So, coming back to the price of the equity, your SPDR ETF, if we assume it follows the trajectory of the market cap weight of the S&P 500, so it's the pure thing, it's not been weighted in a different way, it's exactly the same as SPY, exactly the same as VU, exactly the same. But you're going to go where it's only $12 compared to 500. It makes no difference. If you've got $1 or $100, that's what's important, how much money you put in to that asset. That's all that matters. It doesn't matter how many shares you own, whether you own $1 or 1,000,000 shares. What's important is how much money have you invested? Because if you put $1 in and it makes 1%, you earn one cent. If you put in $100 and it earns 1%, you earn $1. You still earn 1%. Doesn't change, does it? Obviously, it doesn't change. So it doesn't matter the price of the index. If all is equal, it makes no difference. Now, the only caveat to this conversation is this. Not everyone, and we need to remember this, not everyone has access to fractional shares. What fractional shares means is this. On Robinhood and most shares around the world, most brokerages, it's quite standard. Most brokerages, but not all, most brokerages allow you to fractional share. In other words, they allow you to buy $1 of a stock. You can buy 0.01 of a share. Not all brokerages, some don't allow it, but most do. So it makes no difference. If you've only got $10, you can buy $10 of VU, $10 of SPY, $10 of SPDR. Makes no difference whatsoever, as long as your brokerage allows it. If it doesn't allow it, just get one that does, because they're a waste of time. Most brokerages do. Make sense? So, if all is equal, it makes no difference which you buy. Now, there's one final thing you need to be aware of. Another thing that can affect the price is not how many shares they've got in the overall pie, but when it was incepted, the inception date. In other words, when did they create the ETF? Did they create the ETF 5,000 years ago? Well, if they did, it probably started at 1 cent. It's now $1 million, unless they've forward split the stock, of course. All right. Whereas if they start an ETF tomorrow and they decided not to have one share at $100, but they decided to have 100 shares at $1, it starts today. You can buy a share of it for $1. Well, if it grows and grows and grows at 10% a year, that $1 share is now $1.10. So people buying the shares next year are paying $1.10. And down the line, it ends up exactly the same. So the argument at the end of the day, the conclusion is, if you want to buy the S&P 500 and you think you found a great deal because it's cheap, it sounds cheap to you, so you think, great, I'll buy it. You haven't found something that the rest of us haven't discovered, right? What you found, assuming that it's the market cap weighting, if you don't know, look at the prospectus. Look at the prospectus of the stock and see how it compares to SPY and VU. Look at the allocation. How much percentage is Apple? How much percentage is Nvidia? If you go down the list, it looks the same. It's following the S&P 500 market cap weighting, and it's perfect. Then look at the expense ratio. How much does it cost to service the stock? You want to pay less than 0.03 because that's VU. If that all ticks off, you can fractional share. Doesn't matter what the price is. It's irrelevant. It tracks the same. And that's it. That's it. But so there is no magic stock that's going to be cheaper or better for anybody else. All right. You have not discovered something that we don't know about. Because if it tracks the S&P, it grows at exactly the same rate. Remember, nobody can buy the S&P 500. The S&P 500 is an index of the top 500 companies. They are individual companies. It's not a stock. The S&P 500 is not a stock. It doesn't exist. It's 500 individual, in fact, 504, I think it is, 504 individual stocks that this fund tracks. And to buy that fund, you have to buy an ETF, which is VU, SPY. There's loads of them. But VU and SPY, SPY is for professionals, VU is for retail investors. And if you are following the same allocation, make sure that you are buying the one that has the least expense ratio, which is VU. If you can't access VU, and maybe you can't access SPY, maybe you can't access VU in your country, that's possible. Look for one that copies it. This may do. I haven't done analysis on it. This may do. Check it out, then it's fine. Just don't be in the belief that you're buying a cheaper version of what I've got. It's exactly the same. All right? And if I give you an example, if I do this for you, I'll just finish up with this. This will just make it sort of bring it all home. If my VU is 525, that's a share of VU right now. Divide that by what, $12? It's 43 shares, the same thing. So if I bought 43 shares of your SPDR, you've got one share of VU. Exactly the same. Just like you buying 43 shares of it. Today you buy one, tomorrow you buy another one, tomorrow you buy another one. Eventually you've got 43. Eventually you've got one share of VU. Exactly the same. Makes no odds. Or you can just simply buy $12 worth of VU. It's exactly the same. Make sense? It's going to grow by the same amount. I hope that was of some help to you. I'm way over time. I should have finished an hour ago. Leah's waiting to do dinner, but I wanted to make sure that you got that understood. Thank you, Jason Cook, one of my members, for doing that for one of our guests. That was very kind. I know what you're saying. It's not a sector specific. This one is correspondent of SPY from the States. It's all there is on the just ETF. The expense ratio is 0.03, exactly the same. It's not a sector specific. This one is the correspondent of SPY from the States. It's all there. It's all there on the just ETF. The expense ratio is 0.03. Okay, great. It's the same. I am right in thinking main advantage of SPYL is avoiding the FX fee as it's in euros. Okay, it's 0.03. I'll tell you. Okay, great. Thank you. Wow, just got on. Seen MU reported 13%. Just good luck. Good luck all. Martin, they're the same thing. I checked all what you said. It's similar to the SPY because it's been released by them, by State Street, by owners of SPY. Fantastic. Great. Yes, the gains are identical to SPY. Great. The ETF was launched last October, and right now it's over 4 billion in fund size. It's a replication. Great. Great. Huge thanks for all the information. And the time wasted on me. No time wasted on you. Not at all. It's good information, I think. Even though I say, well, I hope it's good information. Anyway, after the bank Fonzie, the S&P created to protect you. After the bank Fonzie, the S&P created to protect you. What's that, Zach say? If you buy VU using margin, does it pay itself every month? Or have I to deposit to pay the debt? Drizzle. I haven't got time to do any more non-members questions. I'm an hour over the show. I will just give you a very, very, very quick answer because I really have to go. I've really got to go. If you buy VU using margin, does it pay itself every month, or I have to deposit to pay the debt? If you buy any stock, VU or any other stock using margin, margin isn't like a bank loan where you have a set payment every month. You can leave it there forever. You pay it off as and when you want to. The more you pay off, the less interest you pay, the more profit you make, obviously. If you receive dividend, if you receive dividend payments, obviously with VU you do, any dividend stock you do, it grows and it receives a payment. The payment could, if the payment was enough, cover the interest payments. At the moment, the money you earn on VU doesn't quite cover the cost of the interest you pay on Robinhood because it's 5.05. Others are more expensive, but the S&P, margin is getting cheaper and cheaper, and the dividends going up. My calculations in a couple of months with the amount that I'm paying down, and the amount I'm earning on dividends, and the amount I pay on margin on Robinhood, then my interest payments are being covered by my dividends. So my growth is the profit. The money just comes into your brokerage account when you get dividends or when you add cash, and you're constantly monitoring your margin. If you're using margin and then expect just to go off and forget about it, and you just want the stock to take care of itself and pay down the margin, then you shouldn't be investing because you're not paying attention to this stuff. You've got to watch it. You've got to pay attention. If you're just a passive investor, once a month you buy an index fund and you don't do margin, you can forget all about it. You can just go away, sit on the beach. However, if you are an active trader, active investor like I am, I watch it all day, every day. It's my job. This is what I do. Then I can use margin. If you're just forgetting about it, at the very least, you have to set in your buy limit orders, your sell orders. You have to check in at least once a day. Just look in for a second if you're not really active. But if you're using margin, it's for active traders, active investors, not people who just want it to pay itself. If you're after a fund that pays itself off and does it all for you, then you're coming in with the wrong attitude in the first place. You're coming in with the attitude, I want to get rich, I don't want to do anything, it'll take care of itself. That'll always end badly. You shouldn't be investing in the stock market. You should go into a casino. All right, I hope that answers everybody. What about my answer, STT? What did STT say? Agreed. Oh, what do I think about NVIDIA options? Sorry, STT. I'm over. This is why I don't do non-members, because I forget members. So I apologize for you waiting. Let me come back to you. Oh, hello.
Delirium has become a member.
Delirium has become a member. Well, how about that? How about that? That's amazing. You get many, many perks now. You can access Discord, all the members' videos, members' live streams. You're very welcome as a member. STT, what you think on NVDU options? Okay. I don't do options. I don't believe in options. Options mean predicting the future, predicting a price. I know you can get out of things and all the rest of it, but I am an investor. I like to own the businesses. I like to own the piece of the pie. It's mine and so on. I don't like to buy pieces of paper, which is what you're buying. If you are an options trader, I'm going to simplify it like this. In fact, I'm just going to come out of this screen and just do it like this. I'll just talk to you directly, okay? Let me just simplify it a minute. If you are an investor like me, you want to buy the business. So you hand over X amount of money, and in return, you get a piece of that business. You own that business 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Every time it makes money, every time it loses money, you you are affected by that. All right, you have the benefits, the pluses and the minuses. You own the business. That's what I'm looking for to buy businesses. Some people don't want to own businesses. They want to trade. They want to trade and they just want to get in and out of stocks. I like to own businesses for the rest of my life that I can put into trust, that'll always earn money, always grow. That's me. I own businesses, so I just buy shares. That's it. Some people like to buy options. Options are basically contracts of 100 shares. An option contract is 100 shares. 100 shares of anything, whether it's Binky Bonk or whether it's Tesla, whatever it might be. 100 shares is a contract. They buy puts or they buy calls. Calls go up. You're betting that the stock's going to go up. Puts, like a put think of a put like a golf course, a put. You're expecting the money to go down. You're making a prediction by a certain period of time the price will go up or down or whatever, okay? You don't actually own anything. You own a contract which then gives you the right but not the obligation to buy or sell that stock at any given time in the future. That all sounds ridiculous to me. I don't like it. It's not for me. It's gambling. In a sense, it is gambling because you're making predictions. I don't need to make a prediction. I just own the business. However, it does, because of the nature of the riskiness of it, it does present you with the opportunity to potentially earn more money for a lesser cost. Because the way it's set up, people say to me, you can get much better deals by buying options because the way it's set up. And that's fine. But it's not for me. I've looked into it, not interested in it. If you want to know more about options, join Sensei on Sunday. Sensei does options. Sensei does, he's the expert on the charts, he's the expert on crypto, and he's the expert on options. Hey, he should have his own channel. I should just give up because I'm not the expert on anything, should I? Anyway, so there you go. Pretty much Sensei knows more than me on everything. That kind of makes, I don't know why I'm doing this now. Maybe I should stop. Anyway, so yeah, he will tell you about options. Also, people will discuss options for you in... Ed Nevius will discuss options for you in our Scout Trading channel, Ed Nevius channel, and others will discuss options for you. If you ask the family in Discord, they will talk to you about options. It's not for me. I'm going to give you an example of how options works. I walk up to the person that owns this house and I say, can I buy your house? And they say, yes, you can buy my house. It's £100. And I go, thank you very much. There's £100, $100. Give them the money. I now own the house. I can do whatever I like with that house. It can go up and down in value, can do whatever you like. Right? That's brilliant. That's my house now. However, I might go to my attorney, my realtor, my CPA, my financial advisor, and say, I would like to buy a contract with the potential that I might want to buy that house if the house drops in value, or I might want to sell it if it goes up in value. I part with a small amount of money, not very much. I part with a small amount of money and I pay them to write me a contract. A contract which gives me the right but not the obligation to do one of those things, buy or sell that house. Okay? I don't own the house. I've already spent money, not very much, but now I have the right. If the price goes the way I want it to go, you see the prediction, the gambling element, the time element. If it goes the way I want to go at the time I want to do it, I can then say, I want to buy that house at £80. It came down $20, came down £20, $20. I get a good deal, right? What if it goes up? What if it goes up? Well, that's potentially the makings of a short squeeze, but that's a whole different video. So at the end of the day, it doesn't suit me. I don't want to have to predict anything. I don't have to guess. I don't have to make any decisions like that. I don't have to be worried. What if it goes up tomorrow? What if it goes down tomorrow? I don't care. I own the business. I walk away owning a piece of the business. And that's it. So I don't do options. I'm not the person to ask. But if you ask Sensei, if you join Sensei on Sunday, he will tell you all about options or more about it, or people will discuss it on Discord. Does that make sense? All right. There we go. If you had 50,000 cash in a brokerage account, what would be your strategy to invest? I have more in 401k. Well, you're not a member. I don't know. I haven't got time to do any more. I haven't got any time to do any more. Ask me tomorrow and I'll try and do that for you. Trading options is for professionals. Just remember, this is the level of risk if you buy a stock with cash. This is the level of risk if you buy a stock with margin. This is the level of risk if you buy options and you don't really understand it. And this, off the charts, is the level of risk if you buy options with margin. Simple. There you go. Simple. Trading options is for professionals. I have 2 master degrees related to it, and I feel like a beginner. Well, I do understand it, but I'm just not interested in it. Thank you, Delirium. Yes, sir. No worries. Got lucky on earnings. Congratulations. I know how options works. My question was, NVDU has higher return than buying NVIDIA regular options. It's all good. Sounds good. Thanks. Yes, sir. Thank you. Okay. If you want me to do a review on a stock, I can do that. Okay, if you want a review on a stock, it's a members perk. You do a super chat above $10. Normally it's $1, but because I'm going to do it on my holiday above $10, I will next week, my first week of vacation. I'm doing reviews the way I did Rocket Lab today. I'm doing deep dive reviews on all the stocks that people have asked me to do. I've got about 12 to do. I'm doing them all next week. First week of my holiday. No worries. Great channel and work, Martin. Thank you very much indeed. Classic car nut. Right. I've got to go. Way over time. Thank you very much indeed. Delirium. Let me give you your perks and benefits. Here's the how and why video. This will tell you all about the perks that you get as a member. Make sure that you've watched this so you know what to do and what you can have. There is the X link. There's the all links for the website, the birthday card, Christmas card. There's the extra channel for the members. Did I give you X? Yes, I did. There's X. There's Discord. You can now access Discord, get the free training and free knowledge, call into the show and all the rest of it. Right, that's it. I'm out of here. Thank you very much indeed. I'm going to send everyone now to the extra channel. In fact, yes, I am. Yes, I am. Here's redirect. This is where we'll be the whole of October. So make sure that you get set up on this channel. Here is extra. Extra. There you go. That's where we're going now. And we're out of here. Portfolio's rising again. What's the position now? 119. Yeah, only $500, an all-time high. So there we go. Very, very nice indeed. Very, very happy with that. Right, that's it from me. Thank you very much, everybody. I'll see you on the extra channel right now. I'm gonna get out of here. See you back. See you back in the morning. 2 shows to go, and we're done. That's it from me. Have a lovely evening. And how many are with us at the end? We lost a few, I think. Yes, it's been very quiet today. People don't like red days. The red days are the best days. A lot of people don't realize that. They go, I don't like the red days. Red days are the best days. But there you go. That's how people are. That's it from me. All right, guys. See you back in the morning. Join me now on the extra channel. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other.